Hi, my name is Aiko Castillo, and for my SPD 229 course, Intercultural Communications, we were asked by our teacher to do a project called Happy Birthday to Me, in which we chose 3 events that occurred in the year of our birth and in the country we were born in that we felt were important. I was born in the United States in 1988, and the first thing I thought was important was the elections of George W. H. Bush, our 41st President of the United States. He won the campaign with his slogan, "Read my lips, no more taxes," and defeated the Democratic candidate Michael Dukakis. From what I read, he wasn't very good in the United States. It's not that he was a bad president necessarily, but he didn't do anything that made him stand out. He was very good with foreign policy, though, and he did manage to do a lot in Kuwait, the Persian Gulf, and Panama. And I think the United States is a very country diverse in itself, so it's our best interest to keep good relationships with foreign countries, and that's why I think it was good that he was elected president that year. Another thing that occurred in February 1988 was Ronald Reagan's request for $36.25 million to support the Nicaraguan Contras, which was a rebel group who wanted Nicaragua to overthrow its current government and become democratic. The House of Representatives did reject this request, which I found a little disappointing because I always thought the United States was there to, especially after the Cold War and everything, was there to help other countries not become communist if they didn't want to be communist. But I guess everybody has to fight their own battles, and this was one of the ones that Nicaragua needed to fight themselves. And the third most important one that I think came out was the character John McClane in Die Hard. I think this was very important because it showed, it was a perfect depiction of what we consider in America as a hero. You go to other countries, especially South American countries, where my mom was born in Colombia, and they look as the heroes not as, people who are strong, but maybe a soccer player because soccer is such a big thing in the country. Well, here it's John McClane, this character who is selfless and courageous and fights terrorists, and it was such a great movie, and it showed, I think, kind of as how America as a whole would be in one person, not being tolerant and not being scared of people who can make their life miserable and want to hurt them. And it was a success, and it had 3 movies come after that, and that's why I think it is one of the most important things that happened in the United States in 1988.